What is going on, everybody? It is Wednesday, March 24th, 8:45 p.m. We are in the after hours here, and we're going to do a quick recap of what actually happened today in the stock market. Because holy bloodbath, was it absolutely brutal to watch it and to be a part of it, honestly. It was rough. I'm going to start off here with Upstart because Upstart had some hella momentum last week. Look at our daily. It was up, down, peaked here at 104, dropped back down to 43, rocketed up to 165, even 170 in after hours, and today closed at 112.28. I have been in Upstart for the last couple days, and it was a good ride up, and it has been an ugly ride down. I have lost some money in this stock for sure, probably about 38% in Upstart. It has been absolutely brutal. In the comment section, and we will follow suit, as it always does, with, just a bunch of bears coming out, talking mad trash. All the while, bulls are silent. Today it actually had a little uptick in the morning, a little pullback, and then it got this nice, huge candlestick of buyers, that came in from the 112 and shrugged it all the way up to 134. And I was thinking, this is it. This is the bull flag. It's going to go down, up, down, up. We're going to get this nice recovery. If I go to the 1 hour chart here, we have a huge head and shoulders formed. So it doesn't look great. But at this point, it could have turned into a cup and handle, and it just didn't pull through. And that, I think, had a lot to do with just the market in general. Everything was red today. It was just absolutely brutal to watch. We go over here to, let's talk about what I think might actually happen. I think that we're not quite to the bottom yet, but if the market does make a turnaround tomorrow and we do see some green, I think this will probably hover. As you can see, like I said, it did hit this low today at like 1:15 in the morning and then shot up, and then it kind of came back down. And we saw this happen actually yesterday too, where, yesterday we had a little bit of a spike and then this big sell-off. I mean, it gave up so much yesterday. So much, 28% it gave up. But we've seen it get these little spikes and these little down and works up. So it's possible that this will continue to kind of uptrend a little bit in the morning and then have a sell-off. If the market is green tomorrow, we might see Upstart make a recovery back into the 135 range. That is completely doable. On some swing trades, this stock has been decent in the past. Moving forward, it's going to be tough. I know that the guys that are screaming puts are printing. Let's be honest here. They're really not printing yet. Unless you bought a put, a shorter term put, which they were only offering months, and you bought it at 170, you're really not in the green yet. It's just too volatile, and there's too much time left to April 16th for that thing to really be in the money. And those put options were expensive. Oh, were they high? I'm going to see if I can pull it up here real quick. Let me pause this. Okay, here we have the Robinhood options chart pulled up. And you can see here, this is the April 18th or April 16th expiration. Look at the premiums on these options contracts. I mean, we're going deep out of the money at this point. We're going way out. Oh, these are calls. Let's go to the puts. Let's go way out of the money here. I mean, you're getting down to $50 strike prices. And break even at $50. Those are going to be the cheapest options down here, and that's hoping it gets down here. Other than that, we're starting off at $450 for something that is somewhat realistic in the $80 range, $940. I mean, you're over $1,000 easily on these contracts. And if you want anything in the money, you're going to shell out some cash. And keep in mind, on a stock that's been as volatile as this, that can disappear with quickness. If this thing pumps back up and is anywhere where it's at now, I mean, you're talking big money. Look at this. Just to purchase one of those, $12,000 to be in the money. That's real risky when we're talking about a stock that could hover in this 120, 130 range for the next few weeks. So I would be very careful if you're buying these put options for sure. If you want to buy the calls, they're also up there. If you want to say, all right, you want something that's going to be actually printing money and worth something, you're going to spend some decent money to get there. $4,000 and up for something that's most likely going to be in the money. So those are really risky, really risky. I'm going to switch over here, back over to our Weeble, and let's pull up another one that's been super crazy, which is GameStop. Now, GameStop had their earnings call, and the prediction going into earnings was that the stock could move $57. Didn't say which direction, just said that the analyst predicted it would move $57. So prior to the earnings call, GameStop hit a high of almost $200, and today it closed at $120, taking a 33.79% hit. It also took an additional hit in the after hours right after the bell. Came down to 112, which is crazy low for GameStop, trading at over 200 last week. And you can see here we moved up slightly at 129.20, which isn't terrible. This is a pretty healthy bounce. And I think there's enough people that see that price drop that much and are going to jump back on GameStop and keep it up. I don't see it falling below the $100 mark. I do see it coming down again and having some healthy dips, but also I think it's going to end high. And if we pull up the options contracts for that, because we know a lot of people are betting big on the option side of it. Let me switch my screen back over here. These are obviously March 26th. If you want to play something super volatile, jump in on one of those and grab yourself a $500, $600, $700 contract there that could be worthless in a matter of 2 days. And the same goes for the puts. Way expensive. You think that thing's going to go back down to $115? You're going to shell out some big money on these puts. And if we want to play this out another week, they're even more expensive, right? So obviously people think this is going one direction or another, and they're going to make you pay for it big time. Not a lot of open interest in some of these contracts. But again, we can go all the way up to a $690 call option for next week. And there is some decent open interest at 1,600 open contracts currently. Not a whole lot on these other ones. And these are people just YOLOing out the money contracts. We're hoping that it'll gain a 30, 40, 50% increase, and they're going to cash that out far before the expiration date. That's what's going to happen there. Let's pop over to AMC because it also had a huge drought as well. So I'm going to pop back over to that here in just a second, have it pulled up. But first and foremost, we look at GameStop on the daily compared to where it was at, and it is a big cup and handle forming, or not a cup and handle, it's a big head and shoulders forming, or this thing will be green tomorrow, and it will put us back into something that looks more like a long bull flag on the way up. And this is just the bottom of it, inverted head and shoulders. That is also possible. This could be the bottom of the head, rides it right back up to this $200 range, dips, rides right back up to that $300-$400 range over the next several days, or realistically that's probably about a 2-week time frame for it to get back up there. But there's a lot of money to be made if you want to play this game. Don't use money that you're not willing to lose. I will start with that. The other one that guys watch is AMC. Took a huge hit, down at $9 a share, up a little bit in the after hours, but dipped below 8, which is crazy considering just 5 days ago it was pushing toward 15. I urge caution with this one. AMC has definitely not been quite as big of a mover as GameStop has in terms of just dollar for dollar. It doesn't move as fast. So keep that in mind when you're playing this one, that you're going to have to put in a good chunk of money to get the return out of AMC in the short haul. Now, if you're going to ride it long term, then it's still a good long-term play. And I encourage you, if you guys are just holding shares and you're thinking you're doing someone a favor down the line, you're really not. You're just hurting yourself. You're leaving money on the table. Each and every time you do this, you're leaving money on the table. And I implore you to not do that. I mean, it's not financial advice. It's just a recommendation. If you could have sold today at $11 and bought back in at $9, and then tomorrow it goes back up to 10, you're making $1 a share, and you can make some good money on that. I implore you to do that with all of these stocks. Now, if you're down like I am on Upstart or something, and you're down pretty big, it might be beneficial to just hold on to it and wait for it to turn around. I kind of look at these and I play them day by day, and if it's something that's kind of going, it looks like it's gonna hit a bottom and then kind of make its little reverse, turn around and get back up. It's better that I just take my money out now, put it into something to get me 3, 4, 5% tomorrow, 3, 4, 5% the next day, and then find a stock that, you know, hopefully is going to get that 10 or 15% hit in one day and ride that up and start rebuilding those losses. If I just sit there and wait for it to come back, it might come back or it might not. In the meantime, I'm losing money. And my ideology with that is that I will be able to buy more shares when it is ready for that stock to go up than I could have if I was just holding it. So if I was holding, say, 1,000 AMC shares at $11, you know, I could be holding how many more at $9 for the same money. So I implore you to take caution with that. Just sitting on shares and not trading them is definitely not really helping you at all. And they can tell you that it's helping people go to the moon and that it's going to go up, but honestly, they're playing with shares that don't exactly exist and they're shorting it anyway. And if we're buying it through any of these, you know, Cash App, Robinhood, Webull, they're not really even executing your share per se. They're kind of just putting your name on that share. They don't have to buy it when you click the buy button. So you buying and selling it today and burning a day trade on it or today and tomorrow isn't really doing anything for the cause anyway. So I hope you guys have a better Thursday and Friday than we had today. If you guys bought puts and you printed money on puts, more power to you. I've seen only a couple posted in the comment section, and they were lackluster on gains for sure. If you're posting a put and you made $30, I'm not interested. Like, just delete that message. I don't care. I'm not here to make $30, right? We want to get gains $200, $300, $400. I want to see on an options contract. I want to see 100% gains. Like, that's it. If you're below 100%, just get off my page. It's too much risk to not have the gains. So, with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back and I'll do another video. And I'll be doing lives probably next week. I'll probably start doing lives again on this channel. So, look forward to that. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'm making some changes and just kind of branching my content out amongst this channel and some other ones, just to kind of have more of a niche channel for you to follow. So if you do like following up on stocks, investing, and some other things, current events, give me a subscribe or give me a like, and I'll see you next time.